So the world around you is going to attempt to test you, to provoke you, to invoke a response from you, to see if you really are who you say you are, to see that who you express yourself to be, whatever your aura is exuding, whatever is in your tone of voice, whatever is in your body language, however you are expressing it. All these things come really down from the spirit because they all manifest from the spirit, where it's just basically the state of mind that you choose, what direction that you give your spirit, as far as in the esoteric realm, what state of mind you vibrate at, what state of mind you resonate with. Then it plays out to your psychology, and then it plays out to your biology. And that whole sequence is a travel for you to see what you are doing as a spirit. So the whole thing is as a travel. But sometimes we might be in the process of directing our spirit to just start to convince our psychology, whether you want to become a disciplined person, whether you want to stop procrastinating, or whether you want to stop negative self-talk, or whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever it is that you're trying to implement in your life. For it to play out through your biology, which is just through your 3D vessels, it can play out through your body language, your actions, your reactions, and things like that. It might take a little bit of time for you to insert that reality, those affirmations, via whatever medium, via whatever choices, whatever medium of influence that you want to choose. But ultimately, when you're integrating these things, especially if you've never done these things, especially if you've never been these things, I would argue that you've always been being something, but at a lower octave. Now, all you want to do is just take that and do it at a higher octave. So people around you are going to want to see, is this person that higher octave, or is this person this lower octave? Because when you make a statement like, I'm the shit, when you make a statement like, I'm a genius, when you make a statement like, I'm the most confident man in the room, just know that automatically you're asking God for a problem. You're asking the spirit world for a problem. Because what's going to happen is the spirit realm, God is going to want to see, okay, can this person solve that problem? Can this person actually uphold the statement that you just made? Like, if you're going to say that you are the best mathematician and you don't even need a calculator to do mathematics, of course there's going to be people, places, and things that want to challenge that claim to see if you really are who you say you are. So when you make a choice in your life to become somebody, whether you're focusing on your business, you're always going to have your friends calling you, hey man, come through, let's hang out. Now, in your mind, you might just be like, this is my friend, they're stupid, they're just distracting me. But really, behind closed doors, sometimes, they really just be asking. But at the same time, though, they really want to see who you say you are. If you say, you're a business owner, you're a busy person, you got things to do, they're gonna call you and they're gonna see, hey man, let's go to the barbecue, bro. They give you like, oh no, man, I got a business to run. And then they're gonna be like, oh man, come on, bro, stop playing. You just come out here with the boys, come hang out. See, that's the world trying to test you to see who you really are. That's the world trying to see, is you really gonna be on your tasks and whatnot. And we can't even lie to ourselves if we even tried. Because if I tell you that I'm a business owner, if I tell you that I'm a self-image enhancement therapist, if I tell you all these things, but I don't have the proof in the pudding to show it, I don't have the results to show it, then at the end of the day, I'm not doing these things. I'm basically just procrastinating on it. So we cannot lie to ourselves, because the whole time we are watching ourselves. Now check this out. Since we are watching ourselves and the body and the mind know that we are lying, that also means we're going to start playing out body languages, tones of voices, rate of speeches. Certain things are going to start to play out physically to convince us and show us that we are liars and we are not really on the path, because that's what's on your mind. Like, if you knew you were supposed to do something at 2-3 o'clock, like you have a scheduling system, and then boom, 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 you like to delegate your task, and you like to time block so you can focus on certain activities and things like that. If you don't do that for the most part, your brain is gonna know. Like, your brain is not stupid. You're not gonna sit here and lie to yourself and be like, okay, I'm the mother beep. Well, at the same time though, you really can convince yourself that you're a millionaire, that you're a billionaire. Like, if you really wanted to, you can convince yourself that you're a blue squirrel that came from Mars, that's here to warn the other squirrels on Earth about some catastrophe that's coming to Earth. You could quite literally convince your brain of that. Now, I don't know why people would want to do that. You probably end up in a psych ward. People probably look at you silly. You probably start acting like a squirrel, doing squirrel shit. You might really believe that you're a squirrel. If you go to a psych ward, those guys, they believe a whole lot of shit. But believe that they believe in that. They literally believe in that. So they created that thought, that feeling, that bubble, that sphere, and they put a lot of time and energy into it, and via frequently paying attention to it, and by intensely thinking and feeling about it, and they had that sphere charged up. So they literally believe whatever that they believe in. So let me ask you this. Why do we believe what we believe in? Why do we believe in things that disempower us, things that bite us in the butt? Why do we make promises that we cannot fulfill? Promises that we cannot even reach? It's good to have grandiose dreams. It's good to have, big goals and big visions. But we still got to break those things down to a step-by-step process by which we can start to accomplish these things and make these things be done effortlessly and easily. So, we don't get lost in the sauce. So we don't get lost in the, in the traps that are laid before us. Because, again, if you're somebody on your path, if you're somebody on your purpose, chances are people around you are going to look at you like, bro, what the fuck? Why are you doing that? So you're telling me you don't want to go to the club at 3, 5, 4 o'clock? People is gonna be mind f that they heard that, because they never heard that shit. Now we're going into a time where if you can even show your face, because now you have this trend of artificial intelligent YouTube channels that are ran by just humans that are already non-player characters anyways. Where this is going pretty much is we're heading to a faceless society where people are not gonna wanna, present you their face or how they look. In fact, people are going to be too scared. People are going to think that they're ugly or something like that to show you their face. So people's going to be getting all kind of cosmetics, all kind of body morphing stuff and things like that. All because someone just doesn't know their purpose. Someone does not know their destination or where they're heading. So they're letting someone else get them off their course, get them off their destination. And they're like, hey man, come stop by here. Let me get your insecurity dealt with. Let me get you, because I know that you don't value yourself. I know that you don't like yourself. I know that you're not a fan of yourself. I know that you don't respect, admire yourself. I know that you don't have no self-esteem. So, how about, because that's why men in America right now are saying, men in America, I saw this meme one time. That shit was kind of funny. Some kid in China was like, I want to be a physician and I want to make a medicine that, makes people immortal. It was a little child, so whatever. It's a dream. And another kid from Nigeria said, I want to be a terrorist. Yes, I want to be a terrorist. It was a meme. I don't know if you guys remember that. And then the third one was some boy from America saying, I want to be a girl. But why would you want to be a girl? The only reason you would want to be a girl is because you're not confident in your role. And it's kind of tough because you can't blame this new generation almost. Because you have all these things in the food that we're eating that are turning men into little boys, they're shutting down your capacity to produce testosterone, and they're replacing that with the capacity to produce estrogen. Now, why in God's green earth would you want to do that to people unless you had some kind of agenda in place? See, the chessboard in a way is already stacked up against us. The chessboard is already stacked against you because the system really, it seeks to regulate you and tolerate you. If you want to start a business, you're going to get regulated by the government. You're going to go get a farm, you're going to have to follow the policies of the government. You're going to get regulated. You want to participate in the music industry, you want to be a superstar, guess what? You're going to have to let your manager regulate you. See, Kanye like to go off the hinge. He like to say a bunch of shit, blah, blah, blah. His manager get pissed off at him. He'd be like, man, I can't regulate this motherfucker. See, the industry don't like people like that. The industry doesn't like people like that. But at the same time, though, people like that will still be used to push some type of narratives. Because the shadow government, they don't like to waste your energy. It's kind of amazing to me because we waste our own energy, but the shadow government will not let you waste your energy. They will make sure that you hate some shit so they can harness that. They will make sure that you love some shit so they can harness that. Like, they will make sure that you are jealous of some shit so you can harness that. They will create some kind of way for people to even suicide, kill themselves, all types of circumstances that you're going to put you in. But the only way you can get put into a circumstance like that is if you don't even know your own purpose. Because then your mind wouldn't even be wondering, thinking and feeling about those things. You'd be sitting down and observing those things from the outside looking in and then inside looking out, because you You as a spirit, you get in and out of situations. Right now, your thoughts and feelings are coming in and out of this reality. You're actually popping in and out of this reality because you are quantumly entangled to whatever state of mind that you choose to attach yourself in and choose to participate with. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, we just have to make a decision. We just have to make a choice in our lives that, yes, purpose is more important than the things that the shadow government offers you in terms of monetary gain. Because again, they're just capitalizing the whole LGBTQ plus minus PlayStation 5, Xbox 360. They're literally just monetizing people's low self-esteem. Like Danny Pena said this, political correctness comes from a low self-esteem. So when you have a low self-esteem, you're gonna want to control people outside of you. You're gonna be pissed off. You're gonna be angry at people because you was never meant to control people. If you're a man on your purpose right now, if you're a man on a journey, if you're a man on your goal, and your friends around you don't see why you're heading, why you're going, you don't need to explain nothing to them. This is your journey. This is your life. This is the direction which you have chosen to travel in that direction. So you cannot afford to sit back and think and feel, worry, doubt, and analyze. Man, why is this person doing this to me? Man, I'm just trying to be happy, man. I'm just trying to be my purpose. Yeah, they're getting in your way on purpose. Not because that now it depends. Some people know what they're doing, but most manipulators, most demons, they know what they're doing. Most traumatized people know what they're doing. They slowly and surely trying to create a situation where you can be traumatized just like them, because they really want a trauma bond. They don't want to bond with God. They don't want to bond with the source of this reality, so they can start to heal. They don't want to harness the angel of the air, like the Essene Gospel of Peace says. They don't want to harness the angel of the fire. They don't want to harness the angel of the earth. They don't want to harness the angel of the waters. They don't want to do none of that, bro. They just want to go to McDonald's, KFC, talk about the basketball game, talk about the basketball wives, loving hip hop, and things of that nature. So it's going to be very difficult to separate from those things and go in your direction. And really, it doesn't even have to be some type of separation. It doesn't even have to be like, nah, man, bro, you're not good for my life, you toxic, bro, I'ma go. Nah, just if somebody call you and you busy, you're on your purpose, just be like, oh man, I'm just doing some research right now. But you have to remember to be firm. You have to remember to create a state of mind that is not that cannot be influenced by anything from the outside of it. So when you make a decision, that means you stick by that decision. That doesn't mean you go and you loaf after you make that decision. So it doesn't have to be no bridge burning situations. I never had to burn bridges with anybody. All I did was focus on my goal, focus on my purpose, and since I'm on a different type of time, they can see that I'm serious about this type of time and I'm not willing to change my type of time, not for you, not for Tom, Dick, or Harry. So, eventually Tom, Dick, and Harry said, oh, okay, he's just busy doing what he's doing. Okay, cool. So they can't get mad about it then. But if you let the relationship get too toxic, where like it becomes a tick for tack, like, okay, I'm gonna see if he does this. Oh, okay, I'm gonna see if she does this. And they don't do it, and that piss off either party, probably you guys are not even meant to be with each other anyways. But that's what I mean when I say you don't have to burn bridges. Because at the end of the day, if people are following, if the friends around you, your family, whatever, people at school are following shadow government-based circumstances, you know what I'm saying, going to the club. Even school education itself is a shadow government circumstance. But it's not that it's bad. You just gotta use their system like a bitch. Like, you can't let their system use you. You gotta make them think. You gotta rock them to sleep and make them think, oh, okay, yeah, we're using them. Yeah, look, they're at this corporation. They're there. They're here. Okay, yeah, the people are doing but behind closed doors, you saving up money. You're doing what you gotta do to start your own business so you can sort of thrive, enjoy love and abundance in the area of expertise that you deem worthy of your time. Because everybody has worth, everybody has value, but the question is, do you see your worth? Do you see your value? And the next question is, well, why don't you see your worth? Why don't you see your value? Because it's already there, but you're just playing it right now on a lower spectrum of energies. So the goal is to get outside of this low spectrum of energy of seeing yourself and start to play that out in a way that is cohesive with whatever purpose that you set forth. And that purpose is going to have to do with those attributes and characteristics, which you basically is going to formulate in your own way, and you're going to go about that in your own way. If you're a good communicator, you might not. Some people might want to be news reporters. Some people might want to, do the radio podcast or whatever, or a podcast in general. Whatever it is that you see yourself doing, whatever it is that you've been into since you was a child, that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing when you grow up and things like that. But anyways, I gotta go to the gym right now. Gotta get on that treadmill. Gotta do some yoga. And I'm infinitely see y'all on the next video. You better believe it. Real shit.